They're assholes, and I'm reminding them they are. It's my place in the ecosystem.
If you're hearing our voices, that means it's time for It's This Meets Out, the podcast where we watch the worst movies from trailer and credits, scene by scene, so you don't have to, but maybe you should. I'm Russ.
I'm Jared, and another one, unrelated to anything going on in the world.
Anything that's
You're assholes, all of you.
all of you. And you know who you are.
Yeah.
You don't listen to me. You know who you are, though.
Listeners, you're not assholes.
No. You're our... No. We protect you like our own assholes. But
That's right.
Right?
Protect your neck.
To protect. Yep. What did you say?
Where the asshole's looked.
That's
I
right.
said protect your neck, but
Oh, right.
yeah,
Okay.
doing a Wu-Tang thing now. I decided.
Wu-Tang. All right. We're back. What are we doing? We're doing a full breakdown now, right? Of He's All That, the 2021 movie.
Yep.
Do you want to remind us what this stupid movie's about?
Yep. I sure do. You mean the same movie that we have already seen before?
Yeah.
So, a teenage girl sets out to give a nebbish classmate the ultimate high school makeover, an updated remake of the film She's All That from 1999.
What a stupid logline.
What a stupid logline.
All right, quick info. You want that stuff?
Yeah, please.
It's directed by our boy, Mark Waters. Let's go, Mark Waters.
Mark Waters.
Just flooding us with movies.
So moist.
What? I'm not bringing it there. It's gross. Mark Waters has done such hits as Mean Girls, Girlfriends of Ghosts Past,
right.
Ghosts of Girlfriends Past. What were the last two movies we did?
Who can remember?
Mother of the Bride, right?
Yep.
You did Mother of the Bride, right?
I think so.
That was two we did. We did a third one of him, too.
Yep. That's
Vampire
right.
Academy. Look at me.
Vampire Academy.
I didn't even look it up. I use that. I use my memory.
Incredible.
Disappearing memory. I'm like a old hard drive that's just kind of like still clicking.
It does exist.
It does exist. All right, yeah. So he's just doing what Mark Waters does. High school, movies.
Yep. Maybe his worst one yet.
Yeah.
I don't know. I thought Vampire Academy was more enjoyable than this. Didn't you?
Yeah, I'd agree.
Mother of the Bride. I don't know. That's kind of a toss up for me.
I guess I jumped to quick info. What was our expectations of this movie? I think we had.
Oh yeah, we forgot that part.
Yeah. Do you even remember?
Just like we forgot what we said.
What we said, right? Damn it.
Oh, listeners, this is a rough start episode, huh?
Yeah. Well, don't podcast when you're hungover. That's safety tip.
Or me.
Yeah.
Since I'm not hungover, I don't know what my excuse is.
I think we were throwing out these whole ideas that it's going to be kind of fast fact tie in here, but that the Freddie Prinze Jr. was going to make an appearance, his cameo as
we were hoping for
ghost.
more cameos.
He was going to be a force ghost because he died in a car accident, which a father figure did die in a crash.
A mom figure?
Was it a mom figure? Oh, that's right, the mom. Oh, I'm sorry. The mom.
No, the dad's basically dead too, but
he's in Sweden, right? So stupid. I hate this.
It is stupid. You're right. But you're right. Dead parents are the theme in general.
As always. That's just what happens.
Force Awakens. I think we talked about that a little bit.
It's the same movie. Basically the same movie. We're already doing our pitch. All right. Who's really to blame for this? And, movies, it takes an entire team, an army of people to make a movie, right?
That's right.
And anyone can make it bad. But I think the people that are at the helm, the director and the screenwriters are kind of really to blame. So
yeah, it's not the grip's fault.
Let's just call it what it is. It's the
They're doing fine.
Yeah, we can actually point fingers at someone. R. Lee Fleming Jr.
Oh my God, he sounds like a murderer.
I know, right? He sounds like the other guy that shot JFK.
Yeah. Pretty much.
So R. Lee Fleming Jr. So he wrote the original movie in 1999. That was his, that kind of kicked him off. Yeah, look at him. He's right there.
Weird.
Yeah. He wrote some TV series, Migo, Two of a Kind, TV show, She's All That in 1999. Get Over It in 2001. 24 episodes of Friends. Let's go.
What?
Yeah, and then a bunch of TV
but like
stuff.
the bad years of Friends.
Oh yeah, 2001, 2002.
Friends in the 2000s. You hate to see it.
Nah, yeah, you don't. Yeah, we needed to finish this earlier. And then a bunch of TV shows, Light as a Feather stuff I don't even know, Childhood Thoughts, yeah. And then He's All
One
That.
Tree Hill. That's a big one. Okay.
So,
So he's done like nothing.
yeah, long and short.
He's all that. He's all that, and a few episodes of Friends.
Hey, it's more than we've done. So
Totally.
Yeah.
However, are you like a real writer? Like what's this guy's net worth?
Yeah, like he means it. We don't.
Exactly.
Sorry, listeners. So who's in this movie? Addison Rae. She plays Paget.
Gross.
I've never heard of an AI generated name in my life. Tanner Buchanan. That's Cameron, aka Cobra Kai.
Yeah. Now Paget's like a real name. It's like Tanner, where you're like, it's like a rich people name.
Oh yeah.
And you're like, oh, why? Gross.
Where's my daughter Paget? Cameron.
Exactly.
Madison Pettis plays Alden, the villain, girl, mean girl, if you will.
Well, if you could call it that.
Yeah. Rachael Leigh Cook back as mom, Paget's mom. By the way, looks like her sister. Like, holy smokes.
Yeah.
Rachael Leigh
Makes no
Cook
sense.
getting it done, looking great.
Looks incredible.
Yeah. Matthew Lillard plays the principal of the school, Cali High.
So funny.
So he was the best part.
He's the best part.
Thank you, Matthew Lillard, for showing up in the last 10 minutes there.
Yeah. You, if you want to be on the podcast, you are always welcome.
Always
Imagine if we had Shaggy on the podcast.
Oh my God.
That'd be so fun.
Hackers, She's All That, Shaggy. Oh my God. Scream. Come on.
One true Shaggy.
Yeah. It wasn't me. Peyton Meyer, which that sounds like a villain's name from like an 80s like movie. Peyton Meyer.
It sounds like a kind of lemon.
I mean, yes.
Oh, these are my Peyton Meyers.
These are my Peyton Meyers. They look pretty good, don't they? He plays the douchebag boyfriend, Jordan Van Dranen, whatever, JVD. Isabella Crovetti. She plays Bryn, the sister to Cameron.
Right. Yep.
Annie Jacob plays Nisha, the friend, Cameron's BFF friend there.
Yep.
Myra Molloy plays Quinn, the other friend of
Nisha and Quinn were like the only two enjoyable characters, really.
Yeah, pretty much. And then again,
other than Matthew Lillard.
Other Matthew Lillard. Kourtney Kardashian.
Oh my God, she's the worst actor I've ever seen.
I was like, she plays Jessica / the sponsor, because our main character here is a social media influencer, and she gets paid by this woman. When she came on, I was like, is this someone I'm supposed to know?
Yes, she looks like a Kardashian.
I was like, I don't know who this is. I was like, and she's a terrible actor. Like, who is this? Like, why is this person on this? Go away. And then I saw the name. I was like, oh.
Yep.
Oh. That's unfortunate.
I saw her and I was like, why did they let her be in a movie?
Just
like, does she have any other acting credits? Can we look real quick?
I mean, probably not, or it's probably going to be mostly like
stuff like this where it's like in a scene or two.
Oh my God, the
like
eldest.
she cannot act to save her life. Okay, that makes sense. She's
a producer. He's all that Dave TV series for one. Yeah, she's been in nothing.
She's in nothing. It was probably playing herself in Dave, I would assume. Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Okay.
Why'd they give her like Jessica Miles Torres? That's her name. Like, why would you give her a full? Just call her Jessica. Who cares about her full name?
Because that's the joke that we had in Mother of the Bride too. Remember, of like the social media fancy whatever people always having three names.
Yeah. Oh, this is a back-to-back movie where we have social media influencers as the base of the movie, huh?
Yeah. Oh yeah, I didn't realize that.
Yeah. Yeah. The daughter in Mother of the Bride was a social media influencer.
Darkest timeline.
Is this where there's only one timeline and it's terrible. So
it's awful. Yeah.
I think everyone needs to just accept that there's one timeline and this is it. So
yeah.
Don't try to shed hope that there's some other timeline we could jump to at some point. We can't. This is it. So
we can't. I'm watching that show, The Devil's Hour. Have you right now? Have you seen that?
No.
It gives me hope that there are other timelines. Really good. Peter Capaldi's in it. He's fantastic, obviously.
Yeah, there isn't. This is the one you got. Sorry.
Highly recommend.
I hate to break it to you.
I know that. I want to believe.
No. Embrace what we have. Embrace the terrible.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Hooray!
and speaking of Jessica Miles Torres, Brian Torres plays a chemistry student / waiter. Double roles for
Nice.
Brian Torres. Nice job, Brian. Well done.
So talented.
I mean, I saw you as a chemist. I was like, that kid is learning chemistry. And then I saw him as a waiter. I was like, whoa.
He can do two things.
Wow. Good for you.
I mean, high school kids can also be waiters. So
Yeah, they're
maybe
useless.
that's like not like maybe he's not two roles. Maybe they're just like, oh yeah, he's just chemistry student / waiter.
Oh, like
Chemistry
that's,
student by day, waiter by night.
yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, that's
Right.
he's just his job, right?
Yep, got to pay for his rich kid high school somehow.
Got to do it. Numbers, I don't have any because it's a Netflix movie, but I do have one number, the budget. And you ready for this? Hold on to your underwear, okay? Hold on to your Spidey undies. This movie cost $20 million.
On what?
Now, this was just a number I plucked from, not from thin air, but from Wikipedia there, and they give me a little budget number in the bottom there. Yeah, but I mean, $20 million. I wonder if that includes like marketing too, because that is insane.
I hope half of it went to Matthew Lillard.
I hope so too. I hope he got outpaid.
Yeah, otherwise, like, what are they spending money? Like, I guess maybe location stuff.
I don't know.
There were no effects.
There's no way that should cost $20 million.
Unless, like, all of the social media overlays, like, I can do that in iMovie. Like, it's not expensive.
It's not expensive. It's not hard. We can do that. So, Rotten Tomatoes. This might be a first. I don't know. Rotten Tomatoes, 29% critic, 22% audience. I feel like usually the audience is a little bit higher than critics, right?
Yeah, or equal, but very rarely lower.
Right?
Good work, people. I think the critics maybe were like, oh, Matthew Lillard really saving the day.
No, they weren't.
Right?
They were like, oh, it's the same movie, but different.
But 29% of them were like, okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Huh.
This is the timeline we live in.
You're right.
So
Right, percentages don't matter.
Yeah, nothing matters. It doesn't matter. None of this shit matters. All right, you want some fast facts, some more shit that doesn't matter?
Fact me, daddy.
I got you. Here we go. So obviously this film is a gender swap remake of the 1990 film She's All That, which was a modern adaptation of George Bernard Shaw's 1914 play Pygmalion.
Yep.
I didn't know that. And
Oh, really?
No, I'm stupid. And George...
Fair enough.
George... There's like so much knowledge I can have.
Yeah, fair enough.
And George Cukor's
Yeah, sure. I don't know how to pronounce that name either.
1964 film My Fair Lady.
Yep. A Tale as Old as Time. Well,
Yeah.
A Tale as Old as not 1914.
1914. Yeah.
But yeah, I because this is like, yeah, it's My Fair Lady. I'm glad it said My Fair Lady in here too, because
Yeah. That's just what it is.
we've
right?
all seen it. We've all seen it.
We've all been there.
You try to make somebody over, turns out they were cool all along. You didn't see it.
And it's not about how they look on the surface, but it kind of is. It's about finding them who they are as a person that makes them great. But at the same time, they're kind of hot too, right? Like, I mean,
Always.
gotta be hot. I mean, you're not gonna make over and be like, ugh, you still look like a piece of shit.
Right.
Useless. But the real story is learning something about yourself by being a piece of shit to someone else and trying to change them.
That's right.
But they're still hot though, right?
Right. And having no real consequences because you end up together anyway.
Yeah. Like nothing matters. Doesn't matter.
That's right.
Matthew Lillard was on set for only 30 minutes.
Incredible.
Best 30 minutes that exists in this movie.
Hardest working man in showbiz.
Yeah. So good.
Imagine what he accomplished in 30 minutes.
I was going to say, I was like, oh man, him and Rachael Leigh Cook never had a moment together. And it's probably because they just shot all his stuff.
They did at the end.
Did they?
Not like next to each other together, but like they were like looking at each other.
Yeah. But it was like separate cuts. They didn't even have to be in the same
It probably was.
Yeah. Movie magic. They have to be in the same room at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Rachael Leigh Cook and Matthew Lillard are the only two actors from the original movie to star in the remake, though they're not reprising the original roles, something that we had prognosticated on, that they were like just characters from the original movie.
Yep.
Why?
That would have been funnier.
Yeah, why?
Why change it?
Why change? Why? Like the timeline, this timeline works out for them.
It works out perfectly. It doesn't make any sense.
Right? Why would you do that?
I don't know.
All right. There's a bunch of nods to the original film. Cameron says to Paget, "Am I a bet? Am I a fucking? I was like, wow, they dropped the F-bomb in this movie. Let's go.
They sure did.
They used their one, and that was in the original movie.
Yeah.
Laney Boggs said in the same Laney Boggs. Paget Laney.
No relation.
No relation.
To Wade, I'm assuming.
To anyone. Yeah. Career 300 hitter, Wade Boggs. Yeah,
the best Boggs.
The best Boggs. The only Boggs. The dance off was also in the original film, and You Have to Trust Me line was also from the original movie.
Oh, I completely forgot there was a dance off, mostly because I still am not sure if I've ever seen that movie. But
well, which makes the Matthew Lillard joke even funnier, but also doesn't make any sense because he's not the same. Well, I guess so. Technically, he was the principal back then. Like the timelines don't work here because he's like he makes a joke about like, oh, we have the weirdest traditions, and it's like a poking fun at the original movie.
Right.
But he's not old enough to have been principal.
That's right.
So
I don't know.
He's not the same character. So he didn't go to school.
Well, he can comment on the traditions as a former participant.
I guess that's
for sure.
Well, he wasn't though.
Right.
Because he's not the bit, right?
Well, like adjacent.
Is there blood coming out of my nose yet?
Yes.
Okay. So Addison Rae's character in the film Paget is. So I don't know anything about anyone. I don't give a shit. Is very similar to her real life persona since she became famous through social media after posting dance videos on TikTok and gaining lots of followers. So Addison Rae was some TikTok social media person,
which I don't think I realized. I knew she was a singer. Like I've heard the name Madison Rae, but she's like a pop singer.
But this makes sense because she's a terrible actress. So
yep, that's right. And her voice wasn't awful.
I mean, I don't know who's really singing anymore. Who knows who's really singing? Lip syncing. Who gives? I don't care.
Great point. There's no future. Yeah.
I think 2025 will be less nice. Just a heads up.
Even less.
Yeah. Yeah. It's gonna start now. We're doing holiday edition Russ here, getting it fired up. Yeah.
Oh no.
She's a terrible actress. Like, what are you doing? Go back to TikTok. Go away. Just go away. Go do something else.
Yeah.
Wait tables.
But like when you look at her next to Kourtney Kardashian, she's
oh my God, she's
Daniel Day-Lewis.
Oh, so that'd be if it was actually Daniel Day-Lewis. He never retired. He just went even deeper into his method acting.
That's right. Just tears off the mask.
Daniel Day-Lewis. Incredible. And Shaggy's right there. He's like, what?
I don't know, Scoob.
Would have gotten away with it for you damn kids. So that's fun. Addison Rae.
Okay. Yeah. I didn't know she got famous on TikTok. That's
unfortunate.
A nightmare. Yeah.
Madison Pettis and Peyton Meyer. Were former Disney Channel stars.
Oh.
Yeah.
I wonder as what?
Kids.
You could know that.
I don't. Just being kids on, I don't know. Like they just dance around on that shit, don't they?
No, dude. They make shows now.
What?
Oh, no. He was in Girl Meets World.
Don't they just like dance around and sing and shit, right? Kids are like, because kids are stupid. They're like, well, this is fun. It's like, no.
The whole Disney Channel is just an extended Mickey Mouse Club.
That's correct. Yes. Shitting on kids. Let's go. Well, that's weird. No, I'm not shitting on kids. Man. Well, okay. I said it. It's out there. Hey, you want a Hollywood pitch me, motherfucker?
I guess. If I have to. I got a little lazy today, listeners, and I'm going with the double plug.
Ooh, all right. All right.
The double plug for old episodes. So the Hottie and the Naughty, not that old for us. That was last year, right?
No.
Maybe. I don't know. I should have known that, but I don't. So it's the Hottie and the Naughty meets Swiped, which is that's a real old one. That's like our third or fourth episode.
Yeah, and that's definitely that's up there. That is up there.
No, it's in 2020 for sure.
What was it? Swiped?
Swiped. Yeah.
Holy smokes! That's
what I mean, dude.
That was episode 13 and 14. Wow. Yep. But this is before we're doing trailer trashes.
That's right.
Wow.
Listeners, go back. Take a time machine back. Listen to Swiped. I thought those episodes were fun.
Yeah, those were fun. We had good times. But
yeah, the movie is not fun, but
no. But keep going. I like this.
Yeah. So anyway, so the Hottie and the Naughty, you may recall,
episodes 104 through 106, by the way, if you're a curious listener.
Okay, so a couple years ago, still.
Yeah, 2022 we did that movie.
Nice. The Paris Hilton one.
Yes. Oh,
in case you
another
forgot.
terrible actress. Why is she on? They go away.
Yeah. Better than Kourtney Kardashian.
Yes, by far. Again, like
Unbelievably.
yeah, the Marlon Brando of acting compared to.
Yeah, listeners, I don't think we can overstate how bad Kourtney Kardashian is in this movie. Like every line delivered is painful.
Painful. It's so painful. Like what?
Anyway.
Just say your line. No, what are you doing?
Yeah. So you might remember Hottie and the Naughty is the one where Paris Hilton's the hottie and she's got an Uggo friend, June, and she will never date anyone until June can get a date too. Not wildly dissimilar from a lot of things in this movie, obviously. So
Same movie, just worse. Yeah.
It's the same movie, just worse. The Naughty is actually pretty hot. And they just like put a couple of like warts on her face. And they're like, look, she's ugly now. And you're like, what? Just like Cameron in this movie, who's like, he's still smoking hot. You just like gave him a haircut and a shirt.
Yeah, that's it. Like
ridiculous.
So stupid. I hate this.
Yeah. So it's one of those famous makeover scenes in both. In the Hottie and the Naughty, there's a little more montagey, thankfully. Well, this one was a montage too, but that one had like remember the dentist that like finds them on the streets and like, I can fix you.
Oh, yeah.
You're like, aren't you just a dentist?
Yeah.
Your teeth are not the only problem.
Yeah. There's some extra stuff you need to do here.
Yep. There's some trickery involved. So like our hero from that movie, Nate Cooper, is like trying to date Paris Hilton, and he's like,
oh yeah.
Remember, he like spends the first half of the movie being like, okay, how do I get someone to pretend date June? And he like hypnotizes people and like does all kinds of bamboozling shenanigans.
Ugh. Gross.
Just like this movie is mostly a bamboozle bet. Classic
move.
Both in like, it's like rich people, California, divorced from reality.
They have no idea what the rest of the world's like. Yep.
And then at the end, both like no consequences for anyone who did anything bad.
Nope.
And everyone gets together with their lovers, and
it's like real life. You can be a piece of shit and, I don't know, run for
it'll still work out for you.
One of the most important jobs in the world, and it's fine, right?
That's right. Right.
Yep.
That's right. Yep.
Okay.
It'll work out for you, no matter how trash you are.
You can be a total piece of shit. Doesn't matter. 2025. Let's go.
That's right. You can be you can buy an ad in a national paper, asking for the death penalty for children that didn't commit a crime, and you can be president. So nothing matters.
Doesn't matter. Making money and fuck. That's it. And podcasting. Sorry, the three pillars of IDMT. The three pillars.
That's right. Back to basics. So that's the Hottie and the Naughty meets Swiped, which I think is one of my favorite movies that we've done, even though it was in the early days. That movie was just so funny.
It was like, oh my god,
it was so cringy and bad.
It was so like not funny on purpose, but funny just because it was bad.
Yes, and just like this movie, like some of the line delivery and the lines written are like so cringy.
Yeah. Lee Fleming Jr., get out of here.
Yeah, not great. Like remarkably did not write Swiped. But anyway, listeners, you might remember if you've been a listener for 4 years now, which is
wow. Holy smokes. Yeah.
Thank you.
We'd love to give you a hug, but can't.
Yeah.
COVID.
It's virtual. Right. Oh yeah, that too.
That's still going on, right?
Yeah, definitely. I just got my vaccine a few weeks ago. My new one, listeners.
Yep. We believe in those. Some of the people who are appointed to being positions don't, but...
Yep. Everyone should get vaccinated as soon as possible before they're illegal.
Those people who say they aren't are idiots.
That's right.
All right.
I
think I'm hyperventilating.
Yeah, it's okay. Get a bag. Not plastic, Russ.
No, this is the right one. It's the one I meant to grab.
So in that one, in Swiped,
you're still going?
Yeah. I didn't even say anything about it yet.
I thought you were done.
Almost.
Social media.
Social media. That's the big one.
That's the big catch.
Yeah, he makes an app and his mom starts using it and he's like, what have I done?
Oh no, I'm hooking up with my mom. It's like Back to the Future, but you know.
That's right. That's right. Yep. Single parent, I think. Just like this one, single mom,
Aren't
just
they
trying
all?
to make ends meet, sending a poor kid to a rich kid school because he doesn't have any money.
Yeah, living
And
in
they're-
Malibu,
It's
California,
like
LA.
literally the same thing. Yes.
Moral of the story is don't be poor. All right.
Don't be poor. Yeah.
Don't be useless.
And yeah, and he's like also trying to go to good college, and just like this movie where that's her alleged reason for doing this bet in the first place, is so that she can get back to her social media sponsorship and get back to college
The
somehow.
whole moment when she's like, I've lost everything. My college fund, my sponsor. I'm like, you whiny
Oh my God. Yeah, the end of this movie gets so funny. I could not stop laughing towards the end when they're like, yeah, I mean, we'll get there, listeners, but half of the premise of this movie is like, our mom died and I can't lose you too.
Like, what?
You're like, yes, these are the same.
You guys are gonna break up in 2
That's right.
years. He's probably gonna cheat on you because he realizes he's hot. Don't worry about it.
A high school crush is the same as your mother.
Your
raised
dead
you.
mother.
Yes, that's right. Incredible.
Oh my god.
Yep. And Noah Centineo kind of reminds me of Tanner Buchanan a little bit, right? Like they have that same like
Yeah.
Cali bro, like,
Totally Cali bro guys.
poopy hair.
Absolutely. Yeah,
Yeah.
they drink like avocado smoothies and shit like that. Like
yep.
their names are
exactly.
kind of like I'm sure they're very nice people. I don't know. No, I don't care if
They might
probably
be.
I don't
Probably.
know. Probably not. I don't know.
I think Noah Centineo is a nice person. I don't know anything about Tanner Buchanan.
I think I'm going under the assumption from this point forward and through 2025, anyone that I don't know is just an asshole.
it's safe.
Like, is that
Better safe than sorry.
right? Everyone I don't know is an asshole. The end.
Yep.
So, but their
In
names,
my last,
their names
go ahead.
also just breed that they're assholes, right? Noah.
yes, and
Tanner
Peyton.
Buchanan.
Oh wait, no, that's the other one.
Yeah.
They all have
all
asshole
three of them.
names.
They're all asshole names. Grow up.
Grow up, get a real name like Russ or
That's right. Or Jared.
that's right. Like a jewelry store.
Okay, so yeah, go ahead. Yep.
I was just going to say the last thing I had was the same as the Hottie and the Naughty. It's another one where there's like zero consequences. Like this guy has like tricked a bunch of people, gotten like, I don't know, probably some sexual assault or something involved in Swiped, like bad things in Swiped.
Yeah.
And then at the end, he's like, but I did it because I have a crush on you. And she was like, oh, let's make out. And you're like,
The end.
what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
Just like this movie where like she's a monster, everyone's a monster. And then at the end, they're like, let's make out and dance. And you're like, great.
I rode up on this horse for you. What's going on?
Ridiculous. I'm glad there's no consequences for anyone. And that's all I got.
It's pretty good, man. I like that.
Thank you. Yeah.
You want to hear mine?
Yeah.
Okay.
More than anything.
I had a couple ideas here, but I'm going with it's basically 10 Things I Hate About You meets Single White Female. And we know
Your old
that's,
favorite.
That's my fallback sometimes when I'm feeling a little lazy.
Yep.
But wait until you hear what I have to say about this.
Oh boy.
All right, so 10 things I hate about you. We got the high school connection. We got the what's her face is kind of like the outcast girl, and she goes, they get the prom thing, whatever, blah, blah, and they hook up, whatever.
Hatred.
Hatred, yeah. Unrealistic expectations of high school kids and where they are. That's all there.
Yep.
Oh, it's based on an old story that's already existed, right? This is 10 Things I Hate About You is Taming the Shrew, right? Got that going for it. What else? That takes place in Seattle. So that's not West Coast,
Yep. That's right.
meets Single White Female. I mean, really the big thing here is Alden, her friend, the villain,
Yep.
basically wants to be Paget.
That's right. That's true.
She's taking her boyfriend. She wants to take
sponsee.
she wants to takes her sponsee, and she wants to like take over all of her followers. So she basically is just like becoming Paget. Like she's just so enthralled, like best friends. They become besties, and then she's like taking over her life.
That's right.
Single White Female.
Oh man, you nailed it.
I know. That's all I got for that, but that's just it. So
Incredible.
what else do I need? What else do you
Nothing.
need? Yeah.
Wow. Short and sweet. I love it.
All right. Do you want to get into breaking this thing down?
Yeah, might as well.
All right. Netflix. Thanks for delivering this piece of shit to our doorstep.
Yeah, what a nightmare.
To our streaming pile of shit.
I'm sure no one's made that joke.
I never heard it until now. So
nice. Me neither. Good job, bud.
Thanks, bud. Miramax. I thought they were done once what's his face was, they're still
a Weinstein company.
Yeah. Weren't they? They were Miramax. Weren't they Miramax guys?
Well, yeah, like we said, nothing. There's no consequences for anyone.
It doesn't matter.
He's in jail though for now, right? I think.
Well, probably not for much longer.
And it's probably like nice jail.
Yeah, it's probably really nice jail, and I'm sure that someone who also attacks younger children, who's going to be in some high up role, will probably be like, it's okay, you're okay, right?
Oh man, could you imagine if he pardoned Harvey Weinstein? That would be so funny and sad.
Yeah, it's gonna happen.
Yeah, you're probably right. It is the darkest timeline. the only timeline.
It's the only timeline. This is it.
Yep. You're right.
Yep. All right. So and then we got Ethia Entertainment. I don't.
Aria.
This did a type fix for me. Autocorrect. Aria.
I mean, maybe it's Ethia. I don't know. Maybe I type missed it.
No, you're right. It is Aria, which sounds like some type of ear infection.
Yeah, or like your stomach's acting up.
Yeah.
Ooh, got a big case of the Rhea.
Rhea.
No, dude, you're totally right. It's Ethia. I did it wrong.
Oh, okay.
Ethia exists when you Google it.
Yeah, because that's a Greek.
Rhea did not.
Is that a Greek or Roman goddess or something? Ethia or something?
I would assume something like that. Were you thinking of Athena?
No, I was thinking definitely Ethia or something like that. If you look it up.
It looks like they've done. Oh my god! Swiped.
What?
Yes.
I'm so excited right now.
Me too.
That's amazing. And it makes sense because
they've done like 4 movies, and Swiped is one of them.
What are the chances?
I'm so happy.
What are the chances? I mean, this movie basically is just like, it's the same generic bullshit, like Swiped and Kissing Booth, whatever. It's all these movies are the same, just like garbage for young adults.
Yeah, the other two were After Ever Happy, which I don't know what that means, and the other one is After We Fell. Big after people.
Yeah, big after. Get after it.
Yeah, get after it. Anyway.
All right, so that's who's involved. These are the people who are really, really to blame for funding this mess. So
this is one where, like, again, because I can't remember if I remember or not the movie, because I can't remember if I've seen it or not, the original one, She's and all that. Did it have? I'm like, I didn't get any of the nods if there were any. So like this opening on a bedroom that's like bright pink or whatever. Like, was there like a similar bedroom opening scene? Do you remember?
I think so. I don't remember. Okay. I mean, it came out in '99. That was so long ago.
1,000 years.
I'm pretty sure this movie is basically the same movie, just flip.
Yeah, that was when you could wear shoes at the airport.
Wow, that's right. I remember doing that.
Yeah, same.
I just walk through security and stuff and be like,
incredible.
Hey, my shoes are on. Isn't this great?
Yeah.
I think that's if I invent time travel, which I'm working on right now to solve a lot of problems. But I think what I'm going to do is just go back and just go to the airport and like walk around with my shoes on.
Oh, I thought you were going to say stop 9/11. That makes more sense.
Yeah. What? I can't. Can't stop.
Actually, they said that in that show that I'm watching now, The Devil's Hour, where they're like, he's like, why don't you stop 9/11 then if you can go back and fix things? And he's like, how? Yeah. How would I even do that? Like with a phone call and say like, by the way, 9/11's happening? No.
Yeah, they already knew. Right?
Don't be stupid.
It's an inside job. They're gonna be like, no.
Simpsons did it.
Pay attention, episode 100 and blah, blah, blah.
That's right. Anyways,
yeah,
you're right. 1999 was so long ago.
Right? I was graduating high school in '99. Whoa,
that's crazy.
Yeah, you were like 2.
Yeah, that's right too. No, I was 10.
Yeah, close enough.
Yeah, I was in middle school. Doing middle school stuff.
Yeah, picking noses and stuff.
Yeah, picking anything really.
Yeah, right, wherever you can.
Picking your friends.
Why not?
I beat the other fat kid in the mile when we had to run a mile.
Nice. I'm so
it's really all that counts.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah,
I was like, not last. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's only like 2 fat kids, so.
Yeah. Well, you know. All right, so that's that. We get the opening. So very pink room. We got ring lights everywhere. So yeah, clearly she's an influencer. She's a big social media person. Yada yada. She wakes up and a bunch of close-up bathroom stuff, which is all pretty gross. Mouth guard. Yada yada yada. Making herself look nice. And
I didn't think it was that gross. It's like a Saw movie.
Should have been. That'd have been.
Ooh.
You have to influence your followers, Ura. So she's clearly very superficial. That's the whole point of this. And we get...
She's doing a TikTok something. She's going live in the morning.
She's doing a TikTok.
Why do you always go live? They say later.
Oh, my God. I hate this.
I don't know any other way.
And we get a running theme of all the notifications, stuff like that pops up a lot.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Swipe. They're like doing a lot of social media on the screen for us.
It's like pop-up video, but more annoying.
Exactly. Yeah. There's a cosmetics company called Bunny Venom that I thought was funny.
Bunny Venom. That's pretty good.
That's her biggest sponsor is Bunny Venom woman, Kourtney Kardashian.
Obviously. And then we cut to the kitchen and we're waking up and we meet Mom, who is Rachael Leigh Cook, who looks like she could be your sister.
Yeah, who I thought was a better actor.
Rachael Leigh Cook?
Yeah, but she's not great.
No.
The delivery in the scene was kind of horrible. Like she's telling jokes about like, oh yeah, I had a rough night with a toddler and a meth guy, and like, you know, it was really really nice until he started like smashing everything in the room and getting really angry. And she's like, oh my God, I'm sorry you had to deal with that meth guy. And she said, no, that was the toddler.
You know, it'd be kind of fun if there was an interconnected universe here where the meth guy that was causing that mess was the guy that killed John Kramer's son. Remember the meth guy in the thing?
Yeah.
That'd be fun.
Wow, that would be fun.
That's
what I had said in the expectations.
Yeah, I think so.
That the car accident, because one of them has a dead parent from an accident, which we were right.
Yeah,
more or less.
Killed.
Yeah.
Plane, car, whatever.
Plane crash.
Same plane crash.
Tomato.
Plane crash.
So funny. Funny.
A plane crash.
Yeah. Not a commercial plane crash.
No.
Those aren't funny.
No.
A private plane crash, way funnier because you shouldn't have private planes.
Yes, this isn't 9/11. It's a private plane crash.
Yeah, way funnier.
Way funnier. So yeah, Mom's
speaking of RFK.
Speaking.
Any of the case, really.
But we learned that basically our she's not our hero. Paget here makes all the money. She makes the bank. She's getting royalty checks for $3,000.
Unbelievable for doing nothing.
Makeover. She's a makeover influencer. Just doing, hey, get your face made over.
Yeah, listeners, send us an email if you're one of those people who are like, influencer work is work too, because you're wrong.
You're wrong. Yeah. Content creator, digital content creator, whatever. You just show pictures of your feet on the internet. Doesn't make you.
Well, that's important work.
That is important work. That's the
totally
Lord's work.
Different.
That's the Lord's work right there.
Yeah, when you're creating content, that's totally different. She's just going live on social media here and there, and that's not important.
No.
Totally different. These are totally different things.
Totally different things.
There's art to that other stuff.
Yes. I mean, not wrong.
But so anyway, the mom's like, your shoes cost more than our dishwasher. Speaking of dishwasher, you paid all our bills? Yeah. I love putting my feet in the dishwasher. Oh, you meant shoes.
Yeah, shoes. The shoes and the feet. Yeah. Okay.
Good segue.
Yeah. Okay. Title card. Yeah. He's all that.
Yep. Sorry, just the last thing I'll say about that scene. She, the mom's working hard to keep them in the school district. That's the premise here. So like off the bat, they're like, we are broke. We are the brokest people in this rich people town.
Yeah.
Like make it very obvious.
Yeah, that'll come out later. And she'll be embarrassed because she's poor. Well, you should be. So
one of us.
You're one of us. Sucks down here, doesn't it? So we're gonna school ride. We got more pop-up texts. Yeah, we meet the friends. Alden, not the friend, but she is a friend. But she turns into a backstabbing biatch. And then who's the other girl? Quinn. Yeah, Quinn.
Who they call Q sometimes. I'm like, that's a way cooler. You should be Q.
I'm gonna call you Jay. What's up, Jay?
Don't call me Jay. I have a shitty cousin named Jay. If you listen to the podcast, Well, he doesn't, but I'm sure maybe one. I don't know. I don't know if any of my relatives listen to podcasts.
I don't know.
I hope not. Anyway, don't call me Jay.
All right.
Thank you, though. Or unless I take it back, like Will Smith and Men in Black.
Yeah, claim it. It's yours now.
That could be cool. Yeah. Jay the letter, not like Jay.
Yeah. I was just thinking the letter. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I like that.
Yeah.
We can be Jay and D.
I know. I know. JD. Let's go.
Yeah. Wow.
I know.
Okay.
So we get a bunch of exposition about Jordan, the boyfriend here, JVD.
Yep.
Who is
not JVDB.
Not JVDB or JCVD. And they're like, oh, something about the Valley. It's a California joke, which I don't care.
They're talking about like they're going to the set of his music video, and they're like, oh, it must be like, where are we going? Hollywood? And she's like, no, Canoga Park. And they're like, ooh, isn't that in the Valley? Like the Valley of the Valley?
Some pretentious California joke that no one gives a shit about. Like, who cares?
Lost on me.
Yeah.
Completely lost.
Yeah. We're in New England. No one cares.
Yep. So we cut to the music video. Another golden day, which I hate.
Stuff from the trailer. We get the boyfriend there dancing, doing his thing.
Yep. Yeah. But then we like do like a quick zoom out and realize that it's not the music video. It's actually our little sister, Bryn, watching the music video on her phone on the way to school with Cameron driving.
Driving in a nice, what looks like Jeep or something. Like,
yeah, they're rich people. Yeah. In case that's not clear. And then they argue about Jordan's music. She's like, it's not crap. And he's like, okay, what are his other songs? And she's like, well, he hasn't recorded them yet. You're like, oh no.
Yeah. Let's see how that goes.
Yep.
And then we get our high school transition shot here, all from the trailer stuff. And we get our first little Matthew Lillard voiceover commentary here and there. I didn't write down any lines, but some of it's.
Oh, they're not funny.
No.
Like all of the lines, all of the announcer lines, the principal announcement lines are not funny. And then at the very end, he's like hilarious when we finally get to see him.
Yeah.
But they led me to believe he was going to be terrible because they're like, oh, and I guess Under the Sea is the theme for this year's prom, which is totally cool. And I support the students' decisions. I'm glad the students are making decisions on their own.
Something about a committee, but why would you want to be under a sea? You should be in the sea. Right. I don't know. Something stupid.
Silly. And then we get introduced to Nisha with Cameron, right?
Cameron's BFF here.
She borrowed his shirt.
And just talking about stuff.
They're talking about music. She's like, oh, he's like, why don't we go do this thing this weekend? And she's like, why don't we not do that? Like, we should go see my friend's band instead.
Yeah. And then the brother's doing the old, he's making fun of the sister with the laxative jokes. It's whatever. It's just kids being.
Yeah, he's a bully.
Yeah, he definitely is. There's no doubt.
Yeah. And then they talk about Legoland, which we're not sponsored by Legoland.
But
we could be.
Just piece it together.
Brick by brick, baby.
Let's go build that wall. Wait, no, hold on. Wait, no.
Oh, damn it.
Around New England. Remember? That's what we talked about last time. We were like, we want to build a wall around New England because we're
close it off.
We're shutting it down. That's it.
Yeah. Well, we'll just stay in the Northeast.
Yes.
For forever. I don't want to leave anymore.
No, there's no reason to go out there. That's a scary world. This timeline.
Right.
All right, so we're in a music video, and it says all stuff from the trailer. Padgett shows up with their friends. They got biscuits or whatever, the desserts or something. He's like, oh, don't worry about it. I'll just go in there. And he's like, oh, why does he listen to his music song? Croquembouche. Yeah, whatever the hell that is. Rochambeau you for it.
You'd love it, dude. It's a tower of pastry with sweet cream in the middle. Like it's like eclairs kind of, but
it looks delicious. But
yeah, delightful.
And then one of the girls is like, oh, is he listening to himself? Kind of funny. And she gets in the trailer and we meet Aniston. Yep. And they're
family name.
Yeah, they're doing a little something. We don't know what. Yeah.
Banging.
They're still fully clothed though, so I don't know how.
Well,
mostly.
Anything's possible.
Anything's possible. If you put your mind to it, anything's possible. She freaks out. It's all from the trailer. She's throwing desserts and yelling yada yada. And meanwhile, our
douche.
Machiavellian villain here is still filming. She could have shut it off, but she doesn't.
Yeah.
Little A foreshadowed, maybe, kind of. Yeah. Not really. And I mean,
she really should have and could have just pressed stop.
Yeah, but she doesn't. And it's intercut with people watching this across campus.
Yep. In the world. She has like almost 1 million followers, remember? For some reason.
Yeah, why don't we have 1 million followers?
Why?
What's going on here? Yeah.
I don't know. Listeners, I don't want to blame you, but That would probably alienate you, and then you might stop listening. But like, go find us some followers.
Yeah, go find some other followers. Yeah, like cult
Tell your
kind of
friends.
followers. Yeah, tell your friends.
Yeah.
ITMT
We'll do cult
cult
stuff. We already said we'd do that. Yeah,
absolutely. We'll sacrifice some things. Well,
sure.
yeah, right.
Yeah, whatever.
Not like bad habits. I'm just talking about, I don't know, like a pigeon or
No,
something.
like I don't know. I'll like give up meat for a week or something. I don't know.
No.
Sacrifices.
Sacrifices, baby.
Important stuff like Lent.
Right. I'll give up chocolate for like 24 hours. All right. So then we're back home. Mom shows up and she's got Lucky Charms, brought to you by Lucky Charms.
That's me, Lucky Charms.
And she's like, I forgot there's marshmallows in here.
Those marshmallows.
How do you forget there's marshmallows in Lucky Charms, you moron?
It's the whole point. And then she says muesli, which that is how you pronounce it as far as I know.
What does she say?
Are you familiar with muesli? She says mueslix.
Isn't that
which is how it's spelled?
Isn't that like a laxative thing or like a digestive thing?
No, that's Metamucil. Totally different muesli.
Okay.
No, muesli is like it's like a cereal, like an old people cereal. Because that's just making a joke about.
Oh, yeah. That's right. Yeah.
But she says mueslix, and I'm like, do people say that?
I don't know, man. I know which one you're talking about, but I don't know.
Yeah, I meant to look it up.
Maybe the X is silent.
That's what I thought. That's what my assumption was. But she says mueslix with confidence.
Mueslix. I thought it was mucilix. Yeah, I don't know. Whatever. Yeah, sure.
Who cares?
Who cares?
I don't know. I got hung up on this immediately. I was like, what is this? And then she's like, yeah, why don't we just get a couple dozen cats and matching jumpsuits? And like, even if everyone in the world hates you, like, we can still be together. Mother and daughter forever.
Forever, ever, and ever, and ever. Mm-hmm. So then we got Paget video chatting with a friend, whatever. And the friend's, Alden, she's like, yeah, it didn't go well.
Yeah. We missed you at dance practice. And she's like, why did I have to go live? And it's like, because you always go live. And like, Alden was probably totally in shock. That's why she kept filming. It's not because of she's a monster.
I mean, she's a monster. She's pulling a Machiavellian little move here. And she checks online. She's losing she's losing a bunch of followers, yada, yada, yada. Yep. And then she gets
bubble is the key.
That's right. The bubble boy. And then she gets a call from her sponsor, Jessica, AKA one of the Kardashians.
Courtney. Yeah.
Yeah. Doesn't matter. And she's like, yeah, we're pulling your endorsement because you suck.
Yeah. She's like on a Peloton, like using her phone to talk to our main character here. Yeah. And there's no question in my mind that she's 100% reading her lines off her phone.
There's no doubt.
It's that bad.
Yeah, that bad. Like, yeah. Get anyone. Get a real actor. Like, who? Like,
it's absurd. And so, the key takeaway is that they're pulling her scholarship, and now she's broke.
That's it. That's what happens when you turn into a mess. Yeah.
No second chances.
All right, so we're at school. We got friends and people talking shit about Paget, right? And one friend's
she kind of deserved it.
Yeah.
Like what?
And I love how they're sitting at like this table outside, and it's like brought to you by Core Water, like these giant Core Water bottles, like sitting there. It's like there's a lot of moments of that, which
there's so much product placement in this movie.
And it's so brutal. It's like this moment's brought to you by Lucky Charms cereal. Eat it. So then, Jordan, she's like, Jordan, his name was Jordan Dickman when I first met him, and blah, blah, blah. Yeah. Basically shitting on him, and, how she turned him made him over into something to who he is. Right.
Yeah. Which like she changed his name is kind of outrageous. Just like a side note, I don't think this is healthy in any possible way.
No, she is a monster.
She's a monster. Yeah. She did kind of deserve it.
Yeah. She's a total monster. Like, what are you doing? Like, don't try and change people, okay? Just leave them alone.
That's right.
Like what you get, and if you don't get upset.
That's right.
That's what we say here. Mm-hmm. All right, so then, I love. She's like, "Oh, sounds conceited, but I made that guy." And then we get the voiceover from the principal about something. I don't know.
Basically, talking about like he's like, and like the votes are going to be like starting soon for nominees for prom king and queen, blah blah blah. Right. And then they're like,
Spark's idea.
Good segue for us to talk about how I can make anyone the prom king.
Right.
And they're like, okay. And then she like does her brief amount of justification where she's like, that way I can still go to college. Like I need this so that way I can like get my sponsorship back.
Get my followers back. Yeah.
Like don't insert logic in this that doesn't make any sense.
No. No. So then they make the bet, Alden and her, she can make over some. But then, of course, all from the trailer, like, yeah, but we get to pick the person because you can't make this easy on yourself, right?
And listeners, you don't find out what the bet is really until the credits. And it's the stupidest thing in the entire world. And it makes me so angry. But they're like, you got to become a permanent loser. And you're like, what does that mean?
Yeah.
That's the bet. And you're like, it doesn't make any sense. And they say it like 2 more times in the movie until the end. And you're like,
that's it.
What? I mean, it was also ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like, it is kind of a wild bet. But anyway, we'll get there. So now they run through like the montage of picking the losers, and they're like, "Well, there is that criminal kid who sells drugs," and they're like, "No, let's
no, let's stay away from that one."
Yeah, and then there's like, well, and then there's Sebastian, the chemist, and they're like, "No, that guy, like, he actually just sold an app to some gaming company, and he's going to be like a gazillionaire."
Yeah, like, that doesn't count. So
okay, all
right. And then they come across Cameron, and they're like, "There he is. He doesn't
taking
exist."
Pictures of trash.
Trash is beautiful sometimes, you know?
No, it's not.
It's beautiful when
trash is trash.
It's beautiful when it's in a landfill. What?
No, you're right.
Yeah. God damn it. This is the same timeline, okay?
The glorious mountains.
Yes. Of trash. Yes. All your recycling, it just goes to a landfill. So don't even worry about it.
Yeah.
So,
damn it.
Yeah. Well, welcome to the new age here. So,
oh man.
So then we cut down to Cameron. He's like, he's going on to his friend Nisha there, like how he's like a pacifist or whatever. And then they do this flash cuts of him, like basically being a bully and being
I don't think so.
being a dickhead to everyone.
Yeah.
Hey, I don't want to see your underwear when I'm eating. He gets a chili in the face.
Mm-hmm. He's like, maybe I'm a bit provocative.
Yeah.
Like, what? So like, yeah, those like bullies like throwing trash at him, and he's like, "You're fascists."
Yeah.
They're like, okay.
Okay. Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
And we're at a school parking lot, and Paget is like just there waiting for them at the car. Whatever, she meets his sister, or whatever, and her sister's like, "Holy shit, that's Paget!" Like, she's a big deal.
And this scene is even more awkward than it has to be. Like, she's like, "Hey, we were in Spanish together, hola," and he's like, "Hi."
Yeah.
She's like, "What? You're a photographer, right?" And he's like, "Okay."
Yeah.
She's like, "Well, we need one for the car wash. It's a fundraiser." And he's like, "Oh, for cancer?" And she's like, "No, for prom." And he's like, "Oh my God."
Yeah. Like everyone's just being like douchebags. That's basically right. Like,
yes,
dude, settle down. Like,
Yep.
And
then we get introduced to the younger sister. We're like, "Sorry about my brother." And they're like, "Yep."
Well,
Paget's like, sorry about your boyfriend.
Paget's making a move to like, let me get in with the sister. That'll be my angle
exactly.
to like learn some details about him and how I can
sneak
in.
Works like a charm.
Sure does. Because we find out he loves music and movies.
Yep.
All the ones that start with a K, Kubrick and Kurosawa, which, that sounds great. And
Kung Fu, Kurosawa or Kubrick, and that's about it.
That's it. And what else is there?
And he only likes music with bad in the title, like Bad Brains or Bad Religion.
That's right. Let's go. And horses.
Yeah, and horses. Yeah, I did laugh at this. Like the sister had a couple of funny lines. So she's like, "Oh, like a cowboy, like a sexy cowboy," and the sister's like, "More like a horse girl." He cried when he found out unicorns aren't real.
Right.
That's kind of funny.
I give you that one. All right, so then we're at the horse farm here, where they farm horses for glue places, and
that's right. It's the glue factory.
all stuff. Yeah, it's a glue factory. So it's all stuff from the trailer. She shows up. She's like, "Hey, I'm here. I'm going to do a horse lesson." He's like, "What? This is weird." And they do the whole back and forth weird thing where he's like,
"Yeah,
because we're friends." And like, okay.
She's like, "I was on a horse one time. I think it was a baby horse." And he's like, "You mean pony, idiot?"
Yeah. It's like, all right, dude, don't be a condescending dick.
Yes, he sucks. Like I hate him most of the movie anyway.
Yeah.
Everyone in this movie is not. He's like no one's sympathetic.
He's not all that. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, he stinks.
Stinks. All right, so she's helping out. She's scooping shit, and he's like, "Oh, you've never scooped shit before, huh?" And
I'm starting to think you never shoveled crap before. And you're like,
what?
Who wrote this?
Yeah. R. Lee Fleming Jr., the other guy that shot JFK.
Yep, that's right.
Yep. All right, so it's all stuff from the trailer. She's like about to ride. She's taking photos. She's superficial, doing the whole thing. He's like, can you take a moment and not do this whole thing? And she's like, no, I got to document everything. And
talks about social media being a cult.
We get into
they're not strangers. They're my followers. They'll do anything I tell them to.
He's like a cult. Yeah. And then she falls off and she lands in some horse shit. Because the commentary is deep right there about social media and being on the, and falling because she's full of shit.
Yeah. And then they throw shit at each other like maniacs, and it doesn't make any sense.
This whole scene is very strange. Like he starts laughing like maniac, and she starts like laughing like a crazy person, and then she throws shit in his face.
Yes.
I mean, horse shit's pretty clean because it's mostly grain and grass, but still, it's shit.
That's what he says, yeah. But he's like, they're both like, and you're like,
wow,
what?
Oh, okay. You guys maybe belong together.
That kind of movie.
And we're back at school. We get more random voiceover from the principal. It's not funny yet. Patty shows up and goes on about her butt hurting, and it's a whole like,
thanks for this
joke.
morning. My butt's so sore. And you're like, stop it.
Oh my God.
Stop it.
We don't need an anal joke between high school kids right now. Like this.
There's too many sex jokes with kids in this movie.
Yes, this is like not. Yeah.
Stop it. Make them college kids like Swiped.
Yeah, right?
Then it's okay.
They're still like 17, 18 years old.
That's right.
And then Patrick shows up and and this scene is brought to you by Doritos. He's holding a bag of Doritos and just eating Doritos.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. And then
they talk about want to come to a party at my friend Quinn's house.
Not the prom, the 20s thing that we thought was going to be a themed prom. It's actually just a party.
That's right. That's right. Okay. And he's like, well, I don't have like a phone that has smart. And she's like, oh, I guess should I SMS you the address? And you're like,
who the hell says what do you?
No one.
Who says that?
So upsetting. And it's basically Nisha just like pushing him to branch out a little bit. And he's like, come on, like you always want to go on adventures. This is an adventure close to home, which you're like, what's her motivation for doing this? Like, there's no reason why she would want to push him out of his comfort zone. It doesn't make any sense.
It's because she finds not Alden, but she finds Paget's friend
Quinn.
hot there. Yeah, she's got a little thing for her. So
I guess that was not clear until
this
later.
Is another one of these movies we've watched in this like genre where this doesn't feel as shoehorned in. This the relationship, the budding relationship between what's her name?
Nisha and Quinn.
Nisha and Quinn. Doesn't feel as shoehorned in. Remember, there were some movies that we watched where we're just going to throw. I think it was Kissing Booth actually, right? Where they're just like, hey, here's this like queer gay storyline we're just going to toss in here, like
okay. Like, it has no value other than representation, which is good, but it's like make the characters like have some amount of depth and likability. Like at least in this movie, they do make them like they are the best characters in the movie.
Yes,
besides
they're actually the most likable characters. Everyone else is a piece of shit except for them.
Yeah, exactly. The sister's okay too. She's kind of awful, but like in a naive way.
Yeah, she's a kid. So
yeah.
So then we're Malibu transition shot, and we go to a house party. Here we are, right? And we're at a pool party. Cameron and Nisha show up, and they're like, "Oh, cool."
Nobody told me it was a pool party. It's like they just show up in clothes, and everyone else is in like bikinis.
Yeah. Okay.
And they're like,
"Oh my
God, free Pizza Hut! All right."
I was like, "Oh my God, is this Pizza Hut?" And I was like, "Brought to you by Pizza Hut." Oh my God, that's where Jared went on 9/11. Pizza Hut. I was like, "Oh,
that's right.
That's my buddy. That's my buddy's place.
That's my buddy's 9/11 place.
that's my boy's 9/11."
If only they had the lunch buffet still.
How do you find peace in these tumultuous times? I go to Pizza Hut.
Pizza Hut lunch buffet.
I feel like you and I are going to be going to Pizza Hut a lot the next 4 years.
Yep. Yep. They're few and far between these days, unfortunately.
Yeah. So we got some bad karaoke going on because, kids love doing that. And then Cameron, he just sucks. And he's like, does this whole, like, he's having a conversation with Paget. And she's like, yeah, we're going to college, yada, yada. And he's like, ugh, college? Ugh, so beneath me, Like, why waste the money?
I'm opting out of the whole college thing. And she's like,
for a year?
Like a gap year?
He's like,
a gap year, then another one, then a gap life.
Why are you such an asshole? Like,
yes.
Like straight up asshole. Oh my God.
But
so then Paget crushing
karaoke,
when she crushes on, because I guess Addison Rae is actually
singer,
sings. Yeah, on TikTok and shit like that. And Cameron's kind of enjoying it. And Nisha's like, oh, shit, you're enjoying her, aren't you? And he's like, I don't know, playing hard to get. I'm playing an asshole. It's kind of working. So,
Yep.
and then I love, then Jordan shows up with Aniston. I love his shirt, by the way. Hashtag Team Aniston.
It's pretty funny.
He's got some kind of funny lines later on, but
yeah.
so Padgett's like,
In an awful way.
she's having like a tough time singing. She's like, this is just big distraction, whatever. And she's fumbling, and then Cameron jumps up on stage and helps her out, and they crush it. She's getting followers back. This is live streamed. Let's go. We're singing together.
Yep, exactly.
Let's go. Right?
He can apparently also sing okay, which again, like you said, could be anyone. I hope it's Tanner Buchanan.
I hope so too.
It sounded like him, like his voice. I don't know.
Yeah, and we're getting live updates from the followers, like, oh my God, they're actually good. This is great. And then I love how this scene ends with them leaving, and the friend Nisha, who went to grab pizza earlier, is now like, oh, is that KFC?
Yeah, I will take some KFC to go. And you're like,
and she grabs the big bucket and is just like, in front of the camera, like, KFC. Which is isn't Pizza and KFC like the same like group? Are they all owned by Coke? Probably owned by Coke, I think, or something like that, aren't they?
I don't think so. That would be cool, but no, I think it's like one of those companies that you've never heard of. The name it's like Mondelez or something.
Yeah,
one of those.
Yeah.
But yeah, this scene they do another anal joke for some reason.
Oh, did they?
Over the KFC. Yeah. She's like, thanks for having my ass up there. I mean, saving my ass. I mean, and you're like, stop it.
Yeah, you can just say thanks for saving my ass up there. Don't have to be. There's no anal joke there. It would have been fun.
Yep. And then in the background, Jordan's like singing his own song. It's funny.
Yeah. Anal is on the mind. And then we're in a car ride, and they're all driving home. We get friend eating KFC in the back, right? And they drop off Padgett at her Palisades Lofts place, which isn't actually her home because she's poor, right?
Exactly. And they do a little bit of like exposition about Cameron's backstory here. They're like, oh yeah, he was in the Glee Club back in Wyoming. They're from Wyoming inexplicably. And you're like, how did they end up here? He's like, yep, it was either football or cow tipping or Glee Club. And you're like,
yeah, because your parents are dead or your father's away, and like you live with your grandmother and she lives in LA. What?
Apparently, she lives in a mansion in LA. It doesn't make any sense. And then Nisha like gives her a nice threat. She's like, if you do anything to hurt my buddy Cameron, I will end you.
And kill you.
Foreshadowed.
Yeah. And then we're at Cam's home here, and we got sisters going on about Padgett, whatever, and how awesome she is. And Padgett calls the sister and is like, yo, I forgot something in his truck. Can I come by and get it? And she's like, yeah, sure. And ding dong. Ding dong.
She's there.
Who's there? Orange. Orange.
You.
Orange, you glad I didn't say banana? I guess I have to say it like 5 times.
Yeah. That's right.
That's my new
ding. Funny just once.
Those are my new ding dong jokes.
I appreciate it. No one knocks anymore,
No, everyone ding dongs.
No one wants to knock anymore.
No.
Everyone always wants the ding dong.
Yeah. Everyone wants the ding dong. Oh my goodness. Okay, so then she gets a call from Jessica about the sponsorship, whatever, and she's getting, you got a bunch of extra views from the thing, whatever. And she tells her about this makeover thing, and she's like, if you can pull that off, sponsorship is back on. So
yeah,
it's
ridiculous. Which this whole scene makes zero sense.
And then we get into his backstory about like his absentee dad who lives in Sweden and sends them shitty gifts.
He does. He sends them presents once per year, and it's like a big box of like weird stuff that they're like, oh yeah, it's kind of like our birthdays and Hanukkah and like Thanksgiving and Easter all rolled into one. And you're like, wait, Easter and Hanukkah? Interesting.
That's a move. Okay.
I'm confused again. And she's like, what? But it's the thought that counts, right? And you're like, right. And there is no thought. That's kind of the point.
Yeah. Right.
Read the room, Padgett.
Seriously. And then we see that they live with Grandma. Grandma's there, just kind of background. And
Grandma has like a couple of funny lines later. This one, I feel like was kind of a swing and a miss. She was like, I thought you were going to watch Blue Bloods with me. And he's like, sorry, Grandma, I got to go. And she's like, well, Tommy Selleck waits for no one. And you're like, okay. So they go do a riding lesson.
It's time to do horse riding. And then they get to know each other a little bit more here. More horse chatting, more horse shit. And I also love, I just realized in this moment too, in the movie, I was like, he's been wearing a hat in every single scene just to hold his wig on.
That's right.
Like, he's either got a beanie on or somebody's got like a backwards hat. And I was like, oh, this is just to keep his wig in place.
Yep.
$20 million. You couldn't get a good wig job?
Nope.
Anyways.
The wig budget was low. The Matthew Lillard budget was high.
So they connect over a bunch of photos.
They do. She explains to him also like that she can't go to college without her sponsorship, and like that's like she's giving herself more reasons for why she is the way that she is.
Yeah.
And they talk about traveling and stuff like that. And she's like, I want to go to Paris. She's like, oh, just so you can take pictures and be in Paris. And she's like, I don't know, maybe like get out of here.
Yeah.
And then she's like, you know, like Ansel Adams, and you're like, he's like, whoa. I'm shocked that you know photographers' names. You're like, he's like, if you had to name any photographer, that's one that you would name,
Jesus
right?
Christ. Yeah. Oh my God.
It's upsetting. And then they do like a "show me yours, I'll show you mine" joke that doesn't land.
Oh, all right, let's go.
Yeah,
all right, and then he takes her to the train station. Yeah,
which makes no sense.
Union Station. Yeah, and he's just like, like taking photos of strangers. Permission, maybe or not. So,
yeah, no consent, ruthless. Yeah, he's like, that's kind of the point of street photography.
Yeah.
And then some guy like screams at him for taking his picture.
Yeah,
like,
hey,
of course.
Of course, because you're being a freaking weirdo. They get some lattes, and like, oh, these are the best lattes in town. And he gives his whole line, which comes back later. He's like, oh, high school is just a bunch of scared people trying to be something or not, or something along those lines. Right?
That's basically it, yeah.
They talk about life, and this is when he's like, yeah, my mom died 4 years ago in a plane crash.
It's so funny because they just like jump from lattes and like, you know, high school, whatever. And then she's like, so why do you live with your grandma?
Yeah.
Like, why would you bring that up? Yeah. And it's so funny. It's like, well, my mom was dating this guy, Marcos, and they were on their way back from Miami and he was flying his private plane and just kind of trails off. And you're like,
then wasn't flying his plane.
It's so funny. And he's like, yeah, and she's the one who gave me this camera. That's why I like cameras. And then I look, her backstory is also like kind of bleak. And he's like, so what's your deal? And she's like, well, my dad lives in Florida with his new family. You're like, wait, what? I live with my mom and she's a nurse. And like, wow, I've never told anyone that before. And you're like, how have you never told anyone that your mom's a nurse? Like, that's not like privileged information.
Yeah,
like,
it's like,
God, son of a fuck. So mad.
Oh my God. He snags a little candid shot of her and she's like, hey, what are you doing that for? And he's like, oh, it wouldn't be candid if you knew about it. And plus you'd spend 30 minutes getting yourself all prissied up for the photo. So
Yep.
And she goes on about more family stuff. And then she gets a text from Alden about the bet, whatever. And he's like, hey, what's that
How's
about?
our bet doing? Yeah.
And what do you, don't worry about it. Jesus.
Mm-hmm. And then the key here is, are you free next weekend? Because there's a theme party. The theme is drop it like F. Scott.
That's right.
Which is not a funny play on words.
No.
And then, because it's Great Gatsby themed, in case it wasn't clear, listeners.
Right. Yeah. So,
and he's like, okay, but only if I can bring some people. And you're like,
you suck.
Yeah.
But with that, we're going to invite you to part 2. And it's a themed party. And let's go.
Drop it like F. Scott.
That's what we're going to do. So we're dropping this episode like it's F. Scott. Thanks for listening to part 1. Part 2 will be on Thursday. In the meantime, though, you can follow us on Instagram for some updates that I sometimes put up there.
That's right.
Been a little lazy lately, but hey, life is lazy.
Things happen.
Life is lazy and it's okay.
It's hard.
And you can subscribe to us there. It's This Meets That. Subscribe to us if you're listening to us right now. Set us to auto download.
Yes,
and if you enjoyed it, just send it to a friend. That's the best thing you can do.
That's right. The word of mouth.
That's right.
We love mouths.
Yeah, that's right. Big mouth people.
And speaking of mouths, you have a voice and you can leave us a review on a place where you can do that in public. And people will say, wow, what an insightful review. Thank you for telling me about this new show I should listen to. That would be great. Apple lets you do that. Spotify lets you do that. So you could do that. Or if you're feeling old fashioned, you want to send us an email. It's thismeetsthat@gmail.com. We'll read it in trailer trash like we always do. Or you can go to the website and there's like 320 some, who knows how many episodes at this point.
I can't even count that high.
No, call me when it's 500.
It will be.
It will be soon. So all that's there. You get a link to merch, buy a shirt, no mouse pads, put mugs and tapestries for sure.
Tapestries,
for some reason. No information about Russ's book Host, which is available wherever you can buy books, but you should go buy those because capitalism and other stuff. It's thismeetsthat.com. Check it out.